In a small, quiet town, nestled among rolling hills and lush green fields, lived a poor cobbler. His modest home, humble yet warm, sat at the end of a narrow cobblestone lane. Each morning, as dawn broke softly, sunlight spilled gently through the worn wooden windows, illuminating his weathered but smiling face. Though he earned just enough repairing shoes, he found true joy in life's simplest moments. Every sunrise, his cheerful singing echoed through the streets, weaving seamlessly into the gentle rhythm of his hammer tapping nails into worn-out soles. Children, drawn by his laughter and stories, would often gather around him, their bright eyes sparkling with delight. Despite his empty pockets, his generous spirit shone brightly, sharing jokes and playful games with the little ones, turning ordinary mornings into special memories. His riches weren't counted in coins or possessions, but in smiles, laughter, and the warm, genuine greetings exchanged with neighbors passing by. Everyone wondered how someone with so little could shine with such pure happiness, unaware that the cobbler possessed something far richer than gold, peace in his heart and contentment in his soul. Not far away, perched atop a gentle hill overlooking the town, stood a grand mansion, splendid yet cold. Inside lived a wealthy man, his life overflowing with luxuries yet empty of joy. Night after night, his restless mind swirled with anxiety, haunted by fears of losing his fortune. One sleepless night, as the rich man lay tossing beneath his silken sheets, he heard a familiar melody drifting through the window, the cobbler's joyful singing. Astonished and intrigued, he questioned how someone with barely enough to survive could sound so genuinely happy. Driven by curiosity, the rich man set out the next morning, walking along the quiet streets until he reached the cobbler's modest workshop. Observing the cobbler carefully mending an old shoe with delicate precision, he hesitated briefly, then spoke. "You always seem so cheerful, so content with life. Tell me, please, what's your secret?" The cobbler, pausing his work, looked up with eyes full of warmth and answered simply, "There's no secret, sir. I have just enough to eat, enough work to keep me busy, and that's all I need to feel truly fulfilled." The rich man frowned, puzzled by this humble wisdom, and felt a quiet, uncomfortable stirring deep within, a feeling he had never known amid all his wealth. Determined to understand the source of the cobbler's happiness, the wealthy man returned the following day carrying a heavy bag filled with gleaming gold coins. Approaching the cobbler's humble workshop once more, he placed the bag upon the wooden table with a resonant thud, coins clinking enticingly within. "Take this," the rich man insisted gently. "Your hard work deserves much more than mere survival. These gold coins will make your life easier, richer." Stunned by the sudden generosity, the cobbler hesitated, feeling the alluring weight of the bag in his hands. With a grateful smile, he thanked the wealthy man, who departed quietly, leaving behind not only gold, but also an unsettling uncertainty. That night, for the first time, silence hung heavy over the cobbler's home. The usual melodies were replaced by anxious thoughts. His mind raced, eyes fixated nervously on the glittering bag, heart pounding at every rustle of the leaves outside. Days passed, and joy faded into worry, laughter into suspicion. He hid the gold carefully beneath the floorboards, but peace eluded him, chased away by endless fear of theft. Soon, his cheerful singing vanished completely, replaced by restless nights and anxious days. The gold, meant to bring ease, instead became a heavy anchor dragging him away from his simple, fulfilling life. Unable to bear the burden of his newfound wealth any longer, the cobbler gathered the heavy bag of gold and made his way back to the mansion on the hill. His heart, once again longing for the simple joys he had lost, felt lighter with each step. Standing before the rich man, he placed the bag firmly onto the polished table, its weight echoing softly through the vast, empty halls. "Please take your gold back, sir," he spoke softly but firmly. "Ever since this treasure entered my life, peace has left my heart. I have lost the music of my mornings and the laughter of my days. True happiness, I realize now, does not lie in riches, but in simplicity and contentment. The wealthy man, silently reflecting, took a slow breath, deeply moved by the cobbler's sincere words. He nodded thoughtfully, gently retrieving the bag. "You've taught me something invaluable today," he admitted quietly. "I now see clearly. Happiness isn't about having more. It's about finding contentment with what we already possess." Leaving the mansion, the cobbler felt his spirit lift, free once more. That very evening, his voice echoed cheerfully again through the town, reclaiming the joyful melodies of his simple, cherished life. In our lives, we often believe more wealth, possessions, or status will unlock the doors to happiness. Yet, as the cobbler's story gently reminds us, true joy does not come from the endless pursuit of material wealth, but from the quiet peace and gratitude found in everyday moments. Happiness thrives not in riches, but in a heart free from worry and a life filled with simplicity and contentment. The wealthy man, despite his abundant riches, was burdened with restless nights and anxious days, while the cobbler, owning little, lived a life rich in joy and peace. This powerful lesson invites us all to reflect deeply. Instead of chasing more, perhaps our greatest treasures lie hidden in the simple, meaningful moments we often overlook. Thank you for watching. If you found value in this story, please like and subscribe for more uplifting and inspirational videos ahead.